Hello. I hope you can all hear me okay. Let me know that you can hear me because I was all ready to go and then I realized I didn't have my microphone plugged in. So I hope it's all okay. Let me know that you can hear me, everybody. Hello there. I've been so busy. I changed around my room. I've got a new setup. Sorry, my hair's a mess, but here I am. As long as I'm here, I'm happy. Okay. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. It was my youngest son's 15th birthday. He's the youngest of all my children. My baby is 15. I'm really starting to feel that empty nest, I tell you. G'day, JP. I was actually going to get caught up in chat. I was going to ask you when you're going to join me again because I was actually thinking we should just have a chat with you. You know, you've had a really interesting life and I think people would be interested in you as a person because you're actually a pretty great dude and not many people can say that about their ex-husbands, especially when we had a 14-year-long marriage and I still think you're a great dude. So I'm trying to get the lighting right. Sorry, like I said, I've changed everything around, so it's probably going to be a while before I can get it all like I like it. So, g'day Xbox Kid, nice to see you. Hi Stoddy, always good to see you. Hey Daz. Actually, Stoddy, you've been a bit quiet in the Discord. I'm a bit worried about you. You've not been running amok. You're probably busy helping people. I imagine that's what I'm guessing is going on. So hello, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I hope you've had a terrific week so far. If not, I am super, super sorry, but I'm really glad that you are here with us because today we're going to do something that we haven't done for a little while. We've done it before and we're going to do it again. We're going to have a little bit of fun. So if it's your first time visiting, hello there. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you spending your very valuable time at my tiny, tiny little corner of the internet. Don't forget to subscribe so you can join in the chat with this fantastic community. Good morning, Nicole L. How are you? I haven't seen you for a little while. It's nice to see you again. So let's have some fun. Let's have a look at some Meanwhile in Australia posts that we always love because we all love Australia, right? Okay, if you're ever feeling down, just remember that 52,000 Australians have signed a petition to change the Australian currency to dollary dues. Is this true? I don't know, did we? That's funny, dollary dues. Imagine all the supermarkets and that with it all written up as dollary dues. We might need a new signal instead of the S with the line through it for dollary dues. I don't know, maybe like a kangaroo with a line through it. I don't know. Is this true? Someone let me know if that's true. I don't know. I never saw that petition. I don't know if I would have signed it. Kaz hates it when people give things stupid names, but I'm kind of for it. I'm kind of here for it. I like that. I like a sense of humor. Okay, next one. How to piss off. Oh my God. Yeah, I hate this. You know, you see all those ads for like VPNs and that. This is what makes me want to have a VPN is when you can't see a video because it's not available. Seems to happen to me mostly with like British crime things I try to watch on YouTube and it says this video is blocked in your country. Brady, hello, how are you? Ladies Auxiliary here. Good morning, David Penson. How's Vietnam? What time is it there? I've no idea what the time difference is there. Is there even one? What about buckaroonies? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That would bring a new shine to Mr. Buckarooni's name, wouldn't it? I'm still a little bit crook, but I am getting better. Thank you to everyone who sent me love. I appreciate it. This is so Australian. Party out back unless you are cops. Then no party and I think my neighbours grow meth. And that they believe that. Cops would take that on face value here. I'm sure they would. For sure they would. That is quite Australian. I especially like the effort you've gone to do the fancy lettering on the party out back. Unless you're the cops. And I'm sure the cops are just going to go, yep, nothing to see here, but let's go check out the 9 a.m. Wow, it's like dead on lunchtime here. So I know Jay Hayes and those in the West, S. Bryce and that would be, what are they, 2 hours behind? 3 hours behind? I don't know. We don't have daylight saving yet, do we? We will do soon, I imagine, which makes it even more confusing. All right, the next one. All right, this is what we should rename these critters. A vertical boxing horse. A mega dog. I like that one. Tree floof. Oh, that's so cute. I love koalas. A sea bastard. Yeah, if you've ever lived in Townsville, you know they've got these beautiful beaches, but you just can't swim in them because it's either estuarine crocodiles or sea bastards. So watch out for the sea bastards. Bloody hell. Yep, JP knows all about scorpions. He sat on one once, but that was in Timor. That's totally different. Piss off. Yeah. Used to get really big spiders in Townsville too, like the big like bird-eating spiders and that, but I don't know if they were poisonous or not. I imagine they might be for a little kid or something. A water git. That's funny, but it's their home. You know, I'm not really a fan of the shark culls and things like that. I think that's their environment and we're getting into it. And are they even doing anything wrong? And does culling them even solve the problem? I don't know. I don't understand. A turbo chicken. And they're pretty fast, you know, too, emus. One of my kids once was wearing a blue T-shirt and he was running around on a property just outside of Townsville, and this emu came along and just started running alongside of him, and I think it was a lady emu, and I think she was quite fancying him because he was this fast, really light blue streak. She must have thought he was a gentleman emu, I think. Welcome to Australia, where crocodiles swim in your street. This is true. Again, if you live up north, the southern part of Australia is not hot enough to have these big salties. But after a cyclone in Townsville, it was the floods that would get you, right? And then afterwards you would have to watch out for crocodiles in your street. In Townsville, you'd see like the big pumbas, you know, what are they? Those big like warthog sort of pigs running down the street often. And there was always Elliot, who was at Laverack Barracks. He's quite a legend. Shark equals Finbro. That's a better name, Stoddy, because, you know, we all love sharks around here. We don't want to be their lunch, but, you know, they're just critters and they're kind of amazing too. In Australia, this is why we check our shoes. Well, let me just clarify. This isn't the whole reason we check our shoes. There are lots of reasons why we check our shoes. Snakes are just one of them. There's spiders, there's scorpions, there's all kinds of other reasons. We've even got like caterpillars that can kill you. So there's all kinds of reasons why we check our shoes. But if you're in Australia, always check your shoes before you put them on. Bredico, when I tune in on my phone, the vid is pixel scattered. Oh, really? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's you or me, Brady. But it says my stream's healthy. But it does say the audio stream's bitrate is lower. It says it's healthy. It might be you. I'm hoping it's you, Brady. I hope so. You other guys, let me know if it's all going okay. Hey, Joshua. Nice to see you. Crocs on Palmerston Golf Course. They took Charles' hands. You check them if you see you have to clean them. Yeah, it's a good sign if you're the sort of person that cleans your shoes. I'm always trying to get my kids to clean their shoes. And also, if you're going to the bush here, make sure you clean your shoes before you go so you don't take any like diseases, so you're not causing dieback or anything in the bush. It seems silly. And car tires too, and that too, you know, because you can carry a disease without knowing it into the bush, and then you're going to be responsible for killing the trees, and you don't want to do that. Especially in WA, they have big disease dieback problems. So be aware of the environment. Yeah, Susu, dag. Basically, as an Australian, all we really do is complain how hot it is until one day we switch, and then we complain how cold it is, and then we basically do this on repeat until we die. That's true. Do people in other countries do this, or is it just us that we just whinge about how hot it is, how cold it is? We're never happy. Maybe it's because there's, in a lot of places in Australia, there's kind of we don't get the full 4 seasons. So we kind of, there's no in between. There's kind of like really hot, really cold. So, I don't know. Up in Townsville, there's just wet and dry. I remember once in May, it got down to like, 8 degrees or something, and it felt really freezing. Like we have all pulled out jumpers that some people didn't even own because its average temperature is about 28 to 30, I think. All right, next one. Did you know that in Australia it's 5 times more likely you'll pick a partner based on humour rather than looks? So if you're ugly but a hilarious mofo, then you're almost guaranteed love. And then someone replied, yeah, but have you ever seen an ugly Australian? And that's true. We're all absolutely gorgeous, aren't we? Are you off, JP? If you are, see ya. Where are you going? Not that you have to answer to me anymore. That's fine. Not that you ever did, but what the heck? Australians, we are a good-looking bunch. I think it's because we're all rather healthy. We live outdoors a lot. I don't know. I'm biased, though. Is it lagging really bad? You debate that, Stoddy. All right, let me know if the lag gets too bad, guys. If it becomes unwatchable, let me know. Because it's telling me that it's okay. But it is acting a little strange, so do let me know if it gets worse, all right? Okay, let's go on to the next one. British, American people are so annoying. Chinese, American people are so annoying. Mexicans, American people are so annoying. French, American people are so annoying. Americans, we are so annoying. Canadians, I freaking love maple syrup. Australians, we can do your accent, but none of you can do ours. It's funny, though. Isn't that funny? Like when you see, there's nothing cringier, is there, than, a dingo stole my baby. There's nothing more cringy than when you get an American trying to do an Australian accent. Has there ever been a convincing one? Can you tell me one? Let me know in the comments if you have heard an American actor do a good Australian accent, because I can't actually think of one. But yes, we're quite good at other accents, or is that just us being biased again? But no, I think actually we are quite good at it. Okay, next one. This is true in my house. Stocking up for summer in Australia. These are the legendary Dupers. You can't have summer in it. My kids would eat these all year round. My kids don't even seem to be affected by weather. Like, it doesn't matter how cold it is, they will eat Super Dupers. If there are Super Dupers to be ate, they will do it. Shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, exactly, Daz. Exactly. They always go too far, I think. Then I think, do we sound like that? Is that what we sound like? I don't think so. But, that's one apparent. And when you're talking to someone from overseas and they don't know you're from Australia, and they ask you if you're, I've been asked if I'm from Britain, which I kind of understand because I'm half British, so I have got not a full-on Australian accent. But then then they suggest, are you from New Zealand? And I think, why would New Zealand be your first choice? Or South Africa even? And to me, we all sound very distinctly different, but I don't know. Can I do a South African accent? Probably badly. No, that was almost New Zealander. No, the answer, Joshua? No, that's the answer. Michael Stott. They all do that English Cockney accent. Robert, yeah, exactly. Oh, did he? All right, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I'll check it out. All right, ready for the next one? All right. He's a friendly guy, isn't he? I think he's a python. He's probably not going to be that dangerous unless you have very small children or little critters in your house, like if you keep small animals, he might be a danger to it. But yeah, you still wouldn't, it would still be quite a shock to see him coming down from your light fixtures. So it's not only our shoes you check everywhere. People often find them curled up under the toilet, like not in the toilet, just around their feet. I think that happened this week to someone. Oh, you think so, Joshua? I don't know. I don't think I should give up my day job. Okay, again, check your shoes. One, these are Crocs. Come on now. Can we even call them shoes? Check your shoes, because it's often like spiders if it's not a snake or something. So I've never found a snake in my shoe. I've found spiders, and in WA you check everywhere for redbacks all the time. A cuddle rope. Do you know what? I love snakes, but I still get a shock if I see them somewhere. And when you've got kids, you don't like to see them around. He's keeping possums out of the roof. Exactly, Daz. Exactly. So I think he's a friendly guy because of the shape of his head. So I don't think he's like a poison cuddle rope. He's doing his job. Okay, I have to sense this one. Calls mates crunts. Calls random people mate. Yeah, that's us. That's us. We really don't get offended by the C word. I mean, you're going to find someone who's going to be offended by anything. But we... Is it Stoddy? Yeah, the one in coming out of the light, I think, was a friendly one. But the one in the thing... Toilet seats. Hi, Stephen Webb. Nice to see you. Yeah. But we really generally don't get offended by the C word. We do... There's lots of ways, like we've talked about this before. You can use it. It's in so many different ways. We do call our friends this. We even call good people this. It's used as a compliment. But at the same time, we also use arse-hats. We give them this name too. It's all about the context of how we say it and what else we've said that goes along with it. Okay, me finding hundreds and thousands and white bread in the pantry, like, we love our fairy bread. And I'm actually really surprised that people from other nationalities are so shocked by fairy bread. Like, why? You don't do that? You don't do that? Like, I'd love to know who invented fairy bread. I'd love to know which CWA cookbook it was first appeared in. Or if it's ever been in one. There's rules to fairy bread too. Don't think there's not. You don't ever put it on wholemeal. You're a psychopath. If you're making fairy bread on wholemeal bread, that's not okay. Welcome to Australia. I think that's a cane toad. That's a big one though. Do you think that's been photoshopped or do you think that's real? I've seen some big ones, but that'd have to be the biggest cane toad I've ever seen. And look, I like critters, but cane toads, I don't like cane toads. And I think it was after living, and I agree, Stephen Webb, best parties do have fairy bread. I nearly said farties. How bad's that? That would have been a bad faux pas. I've never seen a cane toad that big. These things are amazing though, because you can run over them in your car accidentally, because sometimes conditions are right in Townsville, they'll just be all over the place and they'll survive. I don't know how they survive, but they survive. They're not dead. They can be run over by lawnmowers and all sorts of things. And they're bad because they get in your dog's water and then they can poison your dogs and yeah, right, Michael Stott. It's something. It's on something, that cane toad, but it's a big one, right? Yeah, they're hideous. They're not very nice. And they seem to, they get really big. I've seen them big, but not that big. Like that's a chunky boy. I've never seen one that big. Okay, white bread, Australia's most versatile food. I'd have to agree. Fairy bread, bunning, snag, Vegemite toast, chip butty. You probably don't call it a butty. I only call it a butty because my mum was British, but it's a chip sandwich, you know. Oh, no, Michael Stott. In Townsville, we always had to keep dogs' food inside and the dogs' water because of cane toads. So just if you live in one of those areas with cane toads, do not feed it dog food, okay? What a mistake that was, introducing cane toads. They really didn't think that through very much, did they? Yeah, you don't. Well, they're not going to hurt you unless you lick them, unless the pop when you run over them. Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're dead. I don't know how they do it. Can you have a bunning snag with wholemeal bread? Is it still a bunning snag if it's made on wholemeal bread? I don't think so. I think that's what changes it. Like if you have it on like a hot dog roll, it's no longer a bunning snag. That's a hot dog, even if it's just a normal sausage in there. It's very specific white bread bunning snag. I'd be no onion on the Australian taco. That's funny, Stephen Webb. There might be onion, but it might be really, let me look, might be really burnt, Some places undercook their onion. Some places overcook their onion. We need some consistency with the bunning snags. Or maybe we don't. Maybe that's the beauty of it. Maybe we can distinguish different bunnings by the way their onions are cooked. Yeah, I think I could go for one too, Joshua. I think I could. I'm going to have lunch after this. I don't know what I'm going to have. I haven't even thought about it. I might have a toastie. I don't know. Western Australian teen rides bike home and makes breakfast after being bitten by a shark. Well, what sort of shark? And because, you get a lot of like wobbegongs and that, the little ones. And, maybe he was hungry. Because if he was out surfing and that, he was probably hungry and needed to sort that out first. And in Australia, we kind of learn to live with our harsh conditions, and we are quite tough, we're pretty tough. We're pretty hard to get fazed about things. We're also quite laid back, so as long as he knew he was alive, he was probably fine. But Mum would have freaked out. He probably only sought help when Mum seen him. It's illegal to have it on wholemeal bread. I think it should. Yeah, we could all go at Bunning Snag for lunch today. I don't have a Bunnings near me, but I have a Mitre 10 and they have snags. Is it the same? I still call it a Bunnings snag. Is that okay? I'm sure it is. Only in Australia, sports shoes, and there's all the pluggers. Well, you're Australian if you can actually sprint while wearing pluggers. And most of us develop this as children. Most of us learn how to do this as children because it's actually a big thing when you teach. I know with my little kids, they started with the learner pluggers, with the bit of elastic around the back, and then they went on to real pluggers. But by then they could sprint in them. It's a quick way to get a blowout though, so we usually know how to repair our pluggers too. Aren't hard. They're perfect. Yeah, I agree. I think we live in the best country in the whole world. I do. Yeah, it's not the same, Joshua, but it's all I've got unless I want to drive 40 minutes for a actual bunning snag. So I just have my Mitre 10 snag. It's sad, isn't it? And I think they're only there on the weekends. So how about you guys? Can you actually... Sorry, just got to get comfy. I need a new chair. Can you guys get a bunning snag during the week? Or is it only on the weekends? Okay, next one. Yeah, we've all done this. Well, I have. In WA, this used to happen a lot, where it'd be so hot that your pluggers would be melting. It's always worse on asphalt. Bread tag repair kit, exactly, Daz. Or safety pins. You can use safety pins. You can use heaps of things to repair your pluggers. But if you get a split in the actual sole, it's going to keep coming through and that's going to make it harder. So you got to know when they're dead. And that's sad. It's always sad when a pair of pluggers, so it's only on Saturdays. Yeah. Is it a bunning snag if you make one at home? We actually always call that a sausage in bread. We make a distinction between bunning snags and sausages in bread. Or you have a sausage sizzle. It's different. I think it's different. Who else made Vegemite worms with their crackers? What do you mean? made Vegemite worms with their crackers. I still would make Vegemite worms with my crackers. Of course we did. I bet you all did. What sort of crackers did you used to get? There's always the good old Sayos. They were my favourite. They still are. I always try to keep Sayos in my pantry for my kids because they're so versatile, Sayos. Oh, I bet it was, Stoddy. Leaving a CD in your car in Alice Springs was interesting. I saw a guy when I was looking through these, and I should have put it in, but I didn't. I thought there's just too many. I had to cull it down. I thought I can do another one. And he'd put cookie dough on a tray on his dashboard when he went into work. And when he came out, there was biscuits. He had biscuits, bickies, and he said his car smelled delicious. Vegemite on a Sayo. Yeah, that's the best. It's easy too. Oh, I so relate to this. How it feels when you cut your mouth on a super duper packet. I've done that. Have you guys done that? It's pain. Exactly, but it doesn't stop us eating them. Yeah, usually Sayos. Yeah, I agree. Because they're nice because you can have like tomato and cheese on them or just Vegemite. Like I said, they're good. Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it, Joshua? We've all done that where the corners of your mouth get cut from the Super Duper packet. Doesn't usually happen to me after one Super Duper, but when you've had one Super Duper, sometimes you go in for another one. Okay, favourite Australian saying, have a good one. Have a good what? We will never tell. You will never know our Australian secrets. You'll never know what we mean by have a good one. Have a good what? You're just going to have to guess. You're just going to have to guess. We're going to leave you guessing. Australian proverb 264. Is that thunder or is someone just taking their bins out? I have actually said that before. Have you guys? I thought I was the only one who thought that. That's what happened to the Joker. Possibly is. That could be his origin story. It's not so exciting. It just came from eating too many Super Dupers. Try it, Daz. Try it. Let us know how it goes. Ah, hang on. I think that's Kaz. Kaz, you'll have to wait. I'm streaming, damn it. Sorry. I apologize. I should have put my phone closer to me. I'm the worst. My phone is not mobile at all. My phone stays in one place all day. And that's why I'm the worst at missing calls and not answering messages and things like that because I'm sort of involved in my life here. I only just got a phone. Like a little. Do you know what? I love Pex paste. Ready? I love the anchovette paste the best. I love it on toast. Do you like the anchovette one? That's my favourite. I don't even like anchovies, but I love Pex paste, the anchovette one. It's delicious on toast. Tell me if you've ever mistaken someone taking their wheelie bins out for thunder, because I know I have, for sure. Oi, any Australian at least once a day. Yep, I've done that. I say to my kids, oi, all the time, especially these lads that I've got here, if they're playing too rough or saying, oi, or I want them to do something. Oi, you. Sometimes I forget my kids' names, which I think is normal. I know who they are. Just the name doesn't come to my mouth easily. I'll go through everyone's names before I get to the right child. And so I just say, oi, you, and I'll point to them and they know who I'm talking about. They don't get offended because my mum used to do it with us too. Oh, this is a classic Australian proverb. Fuck's sakes. You know, you could say for fuck's sakes or just fuck's sakes, but it means something's gone wrong. Something unexpected has happened, or something quite expected has happened, but something has gone wrong when this proverb is used. David Penson says, one of my soldiers told me that he was bitten by a snake. I asked him when. He told me 3 days ago. He replied, no problem, it was only a green tree python. My reply was, what did he have for breakfast? A rat. That's funny. Yeah, we're pretty, I think we stay fairly calm when nature, because we're probably so used to living in amongst harsh sort of natural conditions that it's no point making a big deal about it. Make a big deal if you have to walk across the grass with bindies and you've got no pluggers. That's worth making a big deal about. Oi, how to wake up a veteran. That's funny. Well, actually, when I'm trying to wake JP up or the kids, we always, sometimes we have to say, Reezy, it's your picket, because he just won't wake up for anything else. But if we tell him it's his picket, he'll wake up straight away. It's kind of funny. You log in and that's your face highlight. How are you going? All right, let's get on to the next one. Okay, now I've seen this before, but it's worth seeing if you've seen it. Western Australia, dog's head. Tell me when you see it. Sideways, cat's head, the eastern states. And Tasmania is the cat food. Are you telling me that Australia is cat dog? It says there. That's hilarious. But I actually never knew that. How did it take us so long to realise this? I don't know. Okay. In Australia, there isn't mistletoe. So we just have to kiss under the influence. Yeah, that's what we do. We don't kiss under the mistletoe. We kiss under the influence. That's about as romantic as it gets here. Okay, the difference between arvo and avo. Arvo means afternoon. Avo is something that millennials put on their toast and is why they can't afford houses. So I actually love avocado. When I was growing up, we actually had some avocado trees, and they were so old they actually used to give fruit, so it was quite amazing. We always had avocado, but I used to hate it as a kid. Now I love it. Yeah, I remember Cat Dog. My kids used to watch Cat Dog, Joshua. There was heaps of good TV shows around the time of Cat Dog. All right. Yes to this, okay? Because I hate it when you're filling out a web form or something and it's in America and they put the month in the wrong spot. So this person was asked the question, what's your idea of a perfect date? And they said day, month, year. Other formats can be confusing. And I agree. And I agree. That's how it should be. Because I think the Brits do it like us as well. I don't know. But we do it correctly. They do it wrong. You don't like avocado, Stephen Webb? I do. I like avocado. My household's split. Some people like avocado. Some people don't. I've even got one person here who sometimes likes it and other times doesn't. All right. When an Aussie says just down the road, it can be anywhere from a block to a kilometre to a 3-day drive. Just down the road. That's true. It's just down the road. You know, my nearest Bunnings is just down the road. Oh, good on you, Lightfoot. That's a good ticket to have, your forklift ticket. That's great. You'll find it easier to get work with that ticket for sure. And that's why I thought instead of morning smoko, we'll do lunchtime smoko. Because I'm pretty sure when we were doing our morning smoko, David Penson would have been fast asleep. I didn't realise the time difference. Okay. A unique thing about Australian geography is that no matter where the shops are, you have to go down to them. That's true. Why do we say that? I'm just nipping down to the shops. I've just got to run down to the shops. I wonder how that happened. Where's the origins of these things? I don't know. Down the road is anywhere in the country. Exactly, Daz. Exactly. And also, do you guys have to nip down to the shops? Do you go down to the shops even if they're up? Why do we do that? I don't know. How did that develop? I don't know. Languages are interesting, aren't they? All right, this is the last one. And this is a reminder that life really is worth living. I have never seen such a windfall as a double-nosed buffalo bill. Tell me, have you ever been that fortunate to get a double-nosed buffalo bill? I haven't, ever. Ever. Look at that person. They should go buy a lotto ticket, I think. They're the luckiest person in Australia. And if you've never had a buffalo bill, go have one. It's worth it. Dave Penson says, oi is a way of attracting a person's attention here in Vietnam. It's a Vietnam. Is it? And what does it mean? Does it mean the same? Does it mean like, oi? You know, hey? I don't know. What? How would you directly translate oi? Hey? I think that would be the, you know, Achtung. How would you translate oi? Tell me if it means the same there as it does here, because I'm very curious. And tell me also if you have ever had a double nose on a buffalo bill, because this is not a phenomenon I have ever seen in person. And I can tell that I don't think that's photoshopped. I think that person really lucked out. Yeah, I don't know, Michael Stott. Maybe they got one to share with their friend now. I don't know. But how lucky is that? To get a deformed... I love getting deformed things. You know, I always like the mutant things that you get. It's like the kids, they're always on the lookout for mutant Wheaties or mutant cornflakes and that, because in our family we always said that's the gypsy good luck one. Yeah, but this is a gypsy good luck buffalo bill. This person definitely needs to nip down the shops and buy a lotto ticket, I think. That's what I think anyway. That's as good as a double yolker egg. I agree. I got a triple yolker the other day. Bye. Sorry, just saying goodbye to my son. You don't like bubble gum? I'm not always chewing gum. I'm not a gum lover, but come on, a buffalo bill, and you open that bad boy up and it's got two noses. Truly, that person would have been doing a discredit to the nation if they hadn't taken a photograph and posted it. Yeah, oi is a way to get my attention too. It's anyone's attention. If someone says oi, it's like everybody's going to look over, I reckon. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go have some lunch. I can't have a bunning snag, so what'll I have? I'll probably just have a toasty. I don't know. What are you guys having for lunch? I wish I had a pie. I could also eat a pie. I'm not even a pie lover, but I feel like a pie. Because you know what? I'm really adverse to gristle of any kind, so that's why eating a pie is like running a gambit. If I want to eat a pie, you know, there's always that gristle risk. Triple, that's a definite win. It would be, for sure. Has there ever been a triple buffalo bill? If someone got a triple buffalo bill, I would want pics or it didn't happen, you know, because that's rare. That's super rare. All right, I'm going to get out of here today. Please don't forget to leave a comment below after the stream's uploaded, because I love to chat to you in the meantime. And if you're in the Discord, don't forget to say g'day and interact with all the good folk there. Or you're going to have chicken Caesar. Yum. That sounds delicious. I wish I could nip down the road to your place, Daz, for lunch. See what I did there? All right, everybody. Leave a thumbs up because I love them. And let me know in the comments if you've got an idea for a future video or stream. Pie, bangers and mash. Yeah, I could do a full cooked bangers and mash lunch too today. But again, the gristle factor of sausages. So I have to... Yeah, do you know, we have a clover patch here that produces heaps of 4-leaf clovers, and we often get 5-leaf clovers. And apparently they've all got different sorts of luck associated with them, Stoddy. We'll talk about that another time, though. Yeah, exactly, like getting a golden ticket from Willy Wonka, for sure. All right, everybody. Love and kisses. Be good today, and I will see you tomorrow.